Ooh, we're gonna wait a couple seconds. We are gonna wait until one. Not 1 o'clock, Lord. We're gonna wait till 6:02 until I start officially with introductions. Hi. Let me go ahead and play the little thing. What's going on? Why is it not playing? Here we go with the foolery. Reese, is it playing? Y'all can y'all see the thing? There's no video that's playing. What's going on? Okay, let's see. Does this? Okay, y'all can see this. Okay, turn that. Oh, okay. Good. Okay, let me put. I'll wait actually. So, greetings everyone. I'm gonna do my gym and all. So, leadership is not symbolized by an individual's title, but solely measured upon the actions, attributes, and values that they embody. Greetings, everyone. I am Caden Zachary Rain Anglin, a sophomore at the oh so bodacious Bethune-Cookman University, hailing from the heart of Florida, Haines City, located in Polk County, and I humbly serve you all as the founder of the Altitude Initiative. Today we are going to be doing our second episode of Let's Talk Leadership, where we are going to be diving into the digital age of leadership. So how social media can impact leadership and how it can influence it as well. Today we have three great speakers. We are going to be having Arlandrix Crowder, which is a fellow Wildcat. We will also be having Isaiah Clark, who is Mr. Junior at Savannah State University. And we will also be having Taquan Ford, who is as well Mr. Junior at the University of District of Columbia. Again, today's topic is going to be leadership in the digital age, building influence and authenticity on social media. So I'm going to go ahead and invite these three guests. Me send. Okay, we have our first speaker in here, Arlandrix. Hi.
Hi.
What is going? Okay, there's this one. Okay. I believe Isaiah is going to be joining soon. There he is. Good. And Taquan should be joining us shortly. Let's see. Here he is. Okay. So once he gets in here, I'm going to give us a quick little rundown. That way we can end this a little bit before 7 so they don't kick us off. There we go.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?
Hi. All right, everyone. So how we're gonna do this is, I'm going to let y'all introduce yourselves. We're gonna start with our first speaker, which will be. I think I messed up. I gave y'all. So I gave Rex and um Taquan the wrong questions. So Rex, you're gonna be the first speaker. Then it's going to go Isaiah, then Taquan. Is that good?
You gave me the second questions.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna go Arlandrix, Taquan, then Isaiah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves in that order, just so the audience know who y'all are. Give a little background of yourself and what you are representing, whether it's a brand, the school, your title, so on and so forth. So we're gonna start with Arlandrix, then we're going to go to Quan, and then Isaiah.
Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. Greetings all. I am Arlandrix Tyon Crowder Jr., a sophomore mass communications major with the emphasis in digital production, and I'm representing Bethune-Cookman as well as Zerd Studios.
All right. Taquan.
And you say I gotta introduce myself and right?
Yeah, introduce yourself and basically like what you're representing, whether it's like Mr. Junior of your institution.
Hello everyone. My name is Taquan Ford and I'm Mr. Junior of UDC and I'm also an ambassador for HBCU Mr. and Miss like Isaiah is as well.
All right. Now Isaiah.
Well, first of all, greetings and both salutations to everybody. My name is Isaiah Clark. I'm a junior dual major in supply chain management and accounting. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm representing Savannah University by serving as this year's Mr. Junior for the 2024-2025 academic school year.
Okay. So that was our three guest introductions. So we're gonna roll right into the questions. So speaker number one. For those who are joining us, each of the speakers were given two questions pertaining to this topic. And then towards the end, I'm going to ask them two questions that they all will answer that are the same. So each of them received two specialized questions solely for them only. So we're going to go with speaker number one, Arlandrix. So question number one. How have you utilized social media platforms to build resilience in your leadership journey?
I would say I use social media to build my leadership by posting quotes and things that are informational and aspirational so people can find a following that they relate to and feel inspired by. And I feel like that builds a great community, not only socially, but when I see people in person, it's able to, hey, okay, I like what you posted this morning, or things like that, especially when it comes to quotes and Bible verses. I feel like building that community socially is a way for us to all connect, and a lot of times I'll see like certain things that I post, a lot of people will swipe up or say something about it, or you'll never know who needs the message for that day. So it's always heartwarming to see when people swipe up and say, hey, I need this today, or thank you for this message and things like that. So I feel like that's how I show my leadership and resilience in the social world.
Absolutely, absolutely. Question number two for you. What strategies do you employ to foster innovation within your team through digital engagement?
Strategies, I would definitely say looking at the trends, seeing like what people are looking at, what's catching people's attention. Um, Basically seeing, where everybody's at, what's unifying people. So when I see certain trends on TikTok or even like posts that are getting a lot of engagement on Instagram, I know, okay, this is something that people like to see or people want to see more of. So when it comes to the digital aspect and telling my team, hey, okay, this is what we need to do, or when we're doing promo for any org on campus or any event on campus or anything like that, I know, okay, so this is what people like to see. So let's have somebody do these type of videos, or let's make a TikTok for saying, or let's use this sound. So just looking at the analytics of how interactive people are engaging onto certain content is how I look at certain things to plan out certain promotions, certain advertisements, certain post that comes up, and knowing when to post and who to post it to.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for your amazing answers. We're going to move on to our second speaker. Um, your first question, Taquan, is can you discuss a time when social media played a crucial role in overcoming a leadership challenge you have faced?
Well, it kind of challenged me a little bit because I had to deal with the hate
Hmm.
and I almost got deleted and account suspended for that for the hate speech.
Hmm.
At, what I'm
Okay.
saying what I'm saying is I had to block some people for the hate speech. So that's how I deal with
Okay.
challenges.
So you use some of the tools that social media gives you to kind of create an atmosphere that's more flexible for you in the mindset of like getting rid of the hatred, because that's not good for anybody.
Absolutely.
Okay. So your second question is how do you balance maintaining an authentic online presence while also adapting to rapidly changing trends on social media?
Well, I use my social media to share my leadership challenges and success and creating a transparent, reali- realistic narrative. And I also encourage collaboration and idea sharing throughout my digital tools and fostering innovation. in- What's, what's that word? Innovation
Yeah,
and team engagement.
Okay, great. Great answers. Thank you. Isaiah, are you still with us? See, now this is a setback of social media, y'all. You know, the digital age is great and all, but sometimes we have digital age issues. Internet service. I mean, y'all could check the first Let's Talk Leadership. I was going in and out, in and out every 5 seconds. So this is one of the setbacks that the digital age gives us. Although we're all on here giving some great, information and feedback, we still got a little bit of work to do. And sadly, this is.
Caden, not to cut you off, Caden, but it sometimes be like that.
Mm,
Like I went through the same thing last year.
let's see. Hopefully, he joins us back. Uh-oh. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to remove them and then bring them back in. Hopefully, that solves the issue. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully. There he goes. Okay. You good?
Yeah. I don't know
Okay.
what just happened. I mean, I was with y'all, then something just cut out.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and move to your two questions. So speaker number three, how do you ensure that your social media presence aligns with your core leadership values and mission?
Well, me, for me, I always look at what I post before I even post it on my story or social media. So I try to see, does it align with my mission statement, my morals, and my ethics? So before I even think about posting anything, I really try to find out, what does the post talk about? What is it? What's the meaning? Because I mean, the post could be, it can give a good meaning, but then there's subtext, so people can take it the wrong way, even without the original intent of it being a good meaning of good nature. So that's why you really have to keep a keen eye on what you post and what you look at before you even think about posting on social media, especially since you are in a student leadership position, which means now that people are watching you, because there's nothing people would like to see more than you you messing up on one tiny mistake, because you can do 1,000 good things, but that one mistake is what people will really remember you for the rest of your time here. So that's why you got to be very careful on what you post, whether it's social life, academic life, or even something about your own institution, you just gotta be mindful on how people can take it, especially when people just want to see you, especially when people just want to see your downfall.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially with all of us holding some kind of student leadership role, there's a lot of eyes on us, especially, administration or whoever may be above you when it comes to being in roll court, whether you have a director or directress, or when you're in mass communications, like Arlandrix, who's part of several different mass comm organizations. There's always eyes on you. And so having a good social media presence is definitely important. Your second question is, what innovative approaches have you implemented to engage your audience and inspire them through social media?
I would say kind of similar to what my first speaker said. It's really knowing what the trend is because the latest trend is the whole suspect challenge, and basically innovative will be, say suspect is always outside doing community service. Basically, it's a joking TikTok, but at the same time, it's about spreading your name out there and positivity. So it's like most people would try to always frown down on social media as a way of being destructive, mindful, and it can be. But at the same time, social media is social media. It's how people use it that really defines on how it is interpreted. For me, I use it for just funny jokes and just making sure that people are out there trying to serve the community. That's my thing because for me, if I was in the same boat, I don't want to have nobody just talking mess about me or anybody else. For me, it's just a simple golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated. Because if I don't know you, I'm not gonna hate on you. That's just too much energy for me. Because you do your thing, I do my thing. So that's really what I would say on social media. It's just social media is it's just a big interpretation of what you see of it. Some people see it as harmful and destructive. Some people see it as a way of being creative and outgoing. I see it as both because where there's good, there's bad. So it just depends on what you do with it that defines it for yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, so I want to thank all three of you for your fantastic answers, for your own personal questions. For the audience towards the end, we're going to open up the floor for you to all ask either all of the speakers a question or a special question for me or for one of the individual speakers. Um, so we're going to move into um, two questions that I want to ask all of you that are the same. So we're going to do the same way, speaker number one to three, and then I am going to answer last. So, speaker number one, how can HBCU student leaders foster resilience and innovation within their campuses and their communities?
I would definitely say listen to their campus and look at what needs we have that are kind of immediate. So I know a lot of times when it comes to creating different things, we either think about what we want to see on campus or we will do things that we've seen other schools do versus looking at what are the needs of our specific students. So I know like a couple weeks ago we had a hurricane. So one of the things that we looked at was how can we rebuild the campus? Luckily we came back and there wasn't that much damage, but knowing like campus cleanup would have been something tailored to our school for that specific reason. I feel like it's a great example of listening to the students, looking at the campus, because not only are you a student at your campus, you are a part of your community. So you know what people like, what people don't like. You kind of already have an ear to the ground of what's expected and what is to come out of whatever initiative you're trying to go about on campus. So to increase resilience is definitely encouraging one another, just sending support to one another, letting everybody know that we are all in this together, especially at HBCU in a time like this. We all got to stick together and just listen to each other, be kind, and work together to achieve a common goal.
Absolutely. Speaker number two, same question. How can HBCU student leaders foster resilience and innovation within their campus communities?
Would you repeat that question again? Because I'm on a laptop.
Okay. Um, the question is, how can HBCU student leaders foster resilience and innovation within their own campus communities?
uh, hold on. Now that because we can foster a strong community by promoting unity, highlighting cultural heritage, advocating for academic excellence, and creating space for open and dialogue. And we can also leverage social media to share student achievements, organize events. It don't matter what type of event it is, and also connect with peers to inspire a sense of pride and collective empowerment.
Absolutely. Now, speaker three, same question. How can HBCU student leaders foster resilience and innovation within their own campus and community?
I would say it's really a combination of my past two guest speakers that said it's really just about listening to what the students want and just sure that you actually listen to it because of student leaders they do nothing with them. That's basically teacher where basically you get these positions and you do nothing for them. That's not what you're elected for. As a student leader, you are a servant to your campus, to your institution. So then again, you're not obligated to, but at the same time, they're going to remember that for you. So I would say as student leaders, it's really your obligation to be on the ground on campus, listening to what students want, whether it's something dealing with administration or just them wanting certain events, because that's a better way to foster you. Because people want someone, people want someone who knows that they're being listened to, like they have a voice to say, hey, he or she listens to what I have to say. She takes my voice into consideration, and sometimes their voices are heard. It may not be. Sometimes they get what they want. Now, sometimes they may not get what they want, but they can't say, "Oh, he didn't listen to us," and that's really my part of it's acting because the difference between listening to someone and acting. So if I do speak, I want to take in that you say word for word for bar. So that's on it.
Okay, you did kind of go in. Oh, uh-oh. Isaiah, are you
This
with
thing,
us?
this thing going in
Ooh,
again.
hello?
I'm,
Isaiah. Oh, oh.
I'm still
Isaiah, you're
with y'all.
going in and out.
Y'all for real?
Oh,
Y'all gotta be kidding me.
you, we see you. You're okay. You're there. You was kind of going in and out in the question, but absolutely. For those who may be kind of questioning what Isaiah was saying, he was basically saying that you're being appointed in, or elected into a position of leadership that you basically are representing a certain group, whether it is a class or your entirety of your community, whether it's an HBCU or not. And so you have basically a job to uphold, you have a standard to uphold. And so you were put in a position and you need to act upon that accordingly. Now, that doesn't mean everyone is going to get what they ask of you, but just the fact of you hearing out what they're saying, you've already done better than some people prior that were already in that position. So you understanding them, you speaking to them, you getting their issues or their opinions addressed is already doing more than some people could even imagine. Now, some people may get what they want from you within your leadership position, but you know that is just as important as just being heard. That's basically what he was going over. Um, Personally, I'm gonna ask the question so the audience knows what I'm answering. So the question was, how can HBCU student leaders foster resilience and innovation within their campus communities? So personally, as a student at the one of the greatest HBCUs. Um, it's very important, especially at smaller schools, that you kind of bridge the gap between student and institution, or your community and government, or whatever it is that there's a gap between. It's very important that you communicate and you address things and you vocalize your voice. One of the biggest things that have been very important the past couple years in politics or in government, period, is black votes matter. Black voices matter. It's gotten real big because there's been a decline in black engagement. And so we're trying to get that engagement back by inquiring and making it known that our voices are very important, especially now. If we can drill that into our minds now that we're important as far as our voices and our actions and our words and our opinions and our votes, then we can start to bridge that gap that we have within our communities, whether that's school or not. And we can also change that around, and we can put that in academics, and we can also put that in leadership, and we can put that in just simple social life. Um, us communicating, us doing this right now is bridging the gap for some people, because maybe there's people who are interested in becoming a leader and doing something when it comes to social media, and they need that extra little push. And this right here is bridging that gap. So building resilience and innovation is basically what we're doing, speaking and allowing our voices to be heard for others to be able to take that knowledge in and formulate it into a way that can work for them and that could slowly become successful for other people. So that's my answer. Now we're going to move on to the second question. Speaker number one. The question is, what initiatives can HBCU student leaders implement to support mental health and community building among their peers that can resonate with social media presence? Sorry.
It's funny that you mentioned that question. So today, one of the orgs on my campus, which I founded, is the Black Gentleman Society. And we posted 4 affirmations today, and we also opened the comment section up for people to leave their own quotes. So I feel like that was a great initiative to get not only our side of, um, positive affirmations and positive quotes and positive like a mentality, and we emphasize that mental health does matter, also getting the community's input on it and some quotes that they may live by, or somehow giving their input into how they feel mentally. I feel like was a great way for us to connect on both ends and bridge that gap between, everyone on campus and things like that. So when it comes to different initiatives, I definitely feel like taking that extra step to make sure that everyone who has a platform uses that platform to encourage others, uplift others, and build others up. So that's definitely my answer.
Absolutely. And I am going to take a quick second to personally um, give a quick shout out to Arlandrix. Um, he is in a lot. Not only did he found Zerd Studios, which I was hoping that he would kind of go into depth at the very beginning of this, um, really explaining what that is. We've all watched Tyler Perry movies. We've all watched big Lionsgate movies, and Arlandrix is starting his career now with Zerd Studios, which is going to be a huge variety of things coming in the next couple years. He's already working on stuff now. Not only is he a director, he's a PR Olympian. Okay, he knows his ins and out when it comes to social media. And he also mentioned that he founded the Black Gentleman Society, which is a very great soon-to-be organization at BCU, and something that we do hope and pray eventually does start to spread and can help build resilience and innovation within Black men, which is very important. So I'm gonna cut my spiel. Um, Second, speaker number two, sorry. What initiatives can HBCU student leaders implement to support mental health and community building among their peers that can resonate with our social media presence?
Well, let's see. We can organize wellness workshops. We can
Okay.
hold we can host mental health awareness events. Partnering up with counseling services, creating peer support groups, and we could also internet stress relief activities like meditation sessions, provide resources on social media, and advocate for more mental health professionals on campus. Like my school, UDC, have stuff like that. Like, like we need more students to seek help if they going through stuff.
Absolutely. A quick question for you that pertains to your university. So, as Mr. Junior, have you worked with your fellow Royal Court and other important institution bodies like SGA, judicial boards, and so on and so forth to assist students with mental health services or programs at your institution?
Actually, I did went to a mental health event yesterday with the Kappas, even though I'm not part of the fraternities, and the event was called "You Good, Are You Good, Bro?" Like it's a mental health event.
Okay, that's good. That's good that your institution is getting involved with the importance of mental health, whether it be with Greeks, non-Greeks, roll court. That's really good. Speaker number three. Again, the question is, what initiatives can HBCU student leaders implement to support mental health and community building among their peers and resonate with our social media presence?
I would say it's just break the bring more awareness to Black mental health, or at least break the stigmatization or stereotypes, because the stereotyping of Black mental health is bad. And sometimes it's true. For us as Black men, we don't talk about our mental health simply because of trauma. It's either trauma of past relationships, childhood bring-ups, and sometimes we don't talk about our mental health simply because of how we were looked at. If we talk about our feelings, we get labeled as being soft-spoken or being soft, and and it hurts. It does hurt. And so, and then when we hold our emotions in, we're always seen as angry. So it's like it's a situation where we can't win. And it's the same thing for Black women as well. So I'm not discriminating, but Black mental health is in a very big crisis right now. And I think that if you want to bring more awareness to mental health, we can host all the events, panel discussions, seminars, all we want. But then again, the way it's going, it's like we're treating the symptom more than the main cause of mental health, which is just trying to root down, like trying to get into the mind of why do you act this way. So I feel like if if the university itself could spread more awareness on mental health. Or better yet, if the administration themselves can just come down and talk to the students on just, hey, how you feeling, or just, do you feel like you are able to express yourself without judgment? Because that's the main fear, judgment. We fear being judged, and so we just say, I'm cool. Like we know you're not cool, but at the same time, you're not gonna say it because you don't want someone to look at you
Mhm.
differently. And so I feel like if universities can just take the time out their day and just actually talk to the students, and then again, we also have counseling services. Most people don't go to counseling services because of that same fear of judgment. So I feel like if there's any way to just break the stereotype or break down the stigmatization on how if Black people talk about their mental health, they're seen as weak-minded. Trust me, if you talking about your feelings makes you a lot more stronger than someone who keeps their feelings in. And I say this for anybody listening. If you hold your emotions in, it's gonna come out either way. But then again, it's gonna come out in a far more dangerous way. Sometimes as violence or anger. So I'd say I'd rather hear you cry now than see your obituary later.
Oh,
So that's my take on it.
okay. Absolutely. Again, for the audience, I'm going to repeat the question and then I'm going to answer it. Um, so the question is, what initiatives can HBCU student leaders implement to support mental health and community building among their peers that can also resonate with our social media presence? Sorry. So I'm going to kind of piggyback on what Arlandrick said a little bit ago about founding Black Gentlemen's Society. I am currently the vice president. Arlandrick is the president of BGS. And I assisted him in founding Black Gentlemen's Society. And one of the things that we've been hitting hard, really, although we're new, is spreading affirmations, whether that's academic affirmations, love, just positive words to everyone, male, female, it don't matter, because small little words can have such a big impact later or right then and there. We made a post today that was just a couple slides, just giving some words of affirmation again, and we left the last slide, which I think was so innovative, where we allowed the people to comment their own affirmation, whether that's something that they've had to personally deal with and they think someone else that may be going through the same thing could speak on, that could resonate with them, whatever it might be. We allowed them to use our platform to speak on anything that, again, that has hurt them, that may be hurting others, anything. And we've gotten some really good feedback from it. And I say that to say that several other organizations on campus also assist in having a one-on-one with students, whether that's a peer mentorship, which BCU is starting to bring back. We have this program or department first year experience, which we're trying to really elevate this year to assist freshmen coming in. So, really hitting the freshman hard with, allowing upperclassmen to work with them, speak one on one, assist them in academics, assist them in emotional issues, allowing us to be a mentor for them. And I really think that's very important because going into college last year, although I was a freshman, I didn't have that type of, luxury. There was no just this mentoring group. So they're bringing back that, and I really think that's important. Another thing is having institutional bodies, whether that be SGA, Royal Court, health and mental services, really drill the importance of being able to speak out. So if there's something that's going on, most of the time, as Isaiah said, a lot of people are not going to speak on some issues because they just don't either feel that comfortable or they feel that they may be attacked, they may be rejected or judged based off something that they've been through or have endured, and it's really upsetting to hear, especially at HBCUs. We're surrounded by culture and love, and for students that come here feeling that they might not be accepted or rejected based off something that they might not have control over is sad, and it's upsetting, and that's something that we need to do better. Black mental health, although all mental health is very important, black mental health is looked at with the side eye. And it's not that side eye of, oh, that's good, but it's a side eye of, do I really care? Do we need to care? Is it something of importance? And it is. And that's something that our community needs to publicize. We need to break down this wall of, showing emotion is weak, is incompetent, is not strong. Showing emotion is something that people need to do because being vulnerable is important. It is super important. It allows you to show that you are a work in progress, which we all are. Nobody in this world is perfect. Nobody in this world is finished. We're all being, built up. And so, breaking down the stigmatization and the walls and the barriers is something that we need to do as individuals, whether that's an organization or not. We all, as individuals, need to open up a little bit more and assist people in opening up as well. So, that is all the questions, really. At this point in time, we're going to allow the audience to ask any question if y'all have any. I'm gonna give a minute or two for um, people to ask. Hopefully, we get one or a few. But as they start to roll in, I'm just going to kind of go back over the speakers really quick, and just y'all give us um some insight on your leadership roles and stuff of this year so far. So Arlandra, you could, dive into Zerd Studios a little bit, talk about what y'all have going on with Real Motion Society, explain what Real Motion Society is. Um Isaiah, you can explain some of the things that being Mr. Junior is, doing so far, what Royal Court has going on. Taquan, same thing. You can explain what Royal Court's got going on. So we're going to start with speaker one, and then two, then three, and then I'll add on two as well.
So, like Kaden said, I am a part of several organizations on campus. One of the main ones that kind of closely aligns to Zara Studios is Real Motion Society, which is a mass communications org on campus where you focus on production, pre-production, and post-production. So everything that it takes to make films, write scripts, anything in that digital production realm is things that we focus on. So as it pertains to Zara Studios, recently I submitted one of my scripts that I've written and we turned it into a short film. So we had to, do the casting call and, go through the directing process and shooting and editing and all of that just to see what it would look like. And so this was my first time ever working with a team outside of myself. So it was a very, challenging process, but we got it done and we got the final piece back yesterday, which I was excited to see. And I was able to take this as a learning experience to know, okay, this is what I need to do in the future and how to improve myself on building my craft and my skill, which is something that Zara Studios was founded on, was that practice makes perfect and that nobody is perfect and everybody has a story to tell. And so Zara Studios was something that I founded because I wanted everyone to have a platform to be able to share their stories because everyone's story is different and the way we tell those stories are different because everyone is different. So I want to give that platform for any and everyone to come and show their creativity through collaboration. So that's one of the initiatives as far as their studios. Black Gentleman Society was another org that I recently founded where we focus on the professional growth, the personal growth, academic growth, and community service within young men on campus. And we decided to name it the Black Gentleman Society is because a lot of times when media portrays black men, they only focus on the negative and they never focus on the positive, or if they focus on the positives, always use for another alternative. So I want to create something on campus that will unite the men in a positive light so that everyone can focus on similar goals and focus on things that you know, uplift the campus and how can we help others and what can we do to better ourselves and better the community. And so that's what Black Gentleman Society is founded on, and that's something that we've been doing since we have been coming to this campus. Um, Other organizations like now I have on my SAB NELIA, which is our student activities board, which is we pretty much plan all of these student engagement on campus. We are the ones in charge of bringing people together, whether that be events or our service or just hosting different things that other organizations have brought to light on campus. And just to bring that community aspect of college, because when you come to college, you're essentially alone, whether you come with people or not. You're essentially alone and you're building yourself while trying to build your community and build your career and build your academics. So you have a lot going on. You have a lot on your plate. So building that community is very important. So a lot of times people don't have the energy or the time to do that themselves. So I feel like for me, having a lot of time to do that, joining these different orgs, helping the community and help people kind of build that community is something that's very important to me. And so connecting with everyone on campus, even if it's just a hi every time I see them, is something that's very special to me. So they know that they have someone they can lean on. If anything, they have someone they can reach out to. They're not alone on campus because that also affects mental health.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I'm gonna write my little spill up, but that's to answer Kaden's question.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Black Gentleman Society. Um, okay, so speaker number two, um, Taquan, what? like I said, what are some things that Royal Court, you know, SGA, you as Mr. Junior are starting to do initiative wise on campus? It doesn't have to be a, you know, event. It just what do y'all have going on?
Well, besides at the coordination, we decided to have a royal luncheon. Y'all probably don't know what a luncheon is. And after the luncheon, we also had like a what was that? What's that called? Our breakfast social where we get people together, and then there's a little Thanksgiving social that we partner up with the SGA that's coming next week.
Okay, all right. So it sounds like y'all having some fun little get-togethers over there. That's good.
Yeah, like
Isaiah. Oh,
y'all could invite yourselves if y'all want
oh.
to.
I mean, if I had a way to go all the way over there, I probably would, you know, give them a little grub. But um,
To you, Isaiah, you should come. You should come if you want.
I'll think
oh,
about it. It was within my schedule. I'll think about it.
um, same to you, Isaiah. What does Royal Court have going on at Savannah State?
Oh, wait.
What does
Hold on. I forgot to mention that we also had a strategic plan, lunch plan, and the mayor of DC, Mayor Muriel Bowser, was attended as well.
Okay,
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off, but I had to add that to the thing.
that's fine. That's fine. Hey, it was a good little piece of info. But as I was saying, Isaiah, what are some things that Savannah State Royal Court, SGA, you know, what do y'all have going on? You specifically, as Mr. Junior, what do you have that you're bringing to the junior class and to Savannah State?
Not gonna lie to you, we've been doing a lot. We've been doing a lot because Savannah State's been getting a lot of attention with the whole election when it was happening. The Vice President Kamala Harris, she came down to Savannah. We were one of the first people to introduce her during our campaign rallies, but that was before November. Now, right now, we're just getting ready for the holiday season. My royal corps is planning some like a holiday social party in which we can kind of get all of our students out together. So get them to celebrate the holiday spirit before they leave for winter break. Um, uh, Me personally, what I'm doing is just um check out with my mentees because one of my main campaign points after joining was just networking and bridging the gap between freshmen and upperclassmen because most freshmen are scared to talk to upperclassmen because they think they might, you know, give them the side eye or might act rude towards them,
Mm.
but not me. Now, me, I'm a gentle giant. I'm tall, but at the same time, I'm not unapproachable. I'll walk up and speak to you, and if you don't say hi back, okay, that's cool. But then again, it shows that I have a friendly face, and that means that you see me around a lot, so we might as well just say hi and go on about our day. But also, I do right now with the school semester winding, not that fell, but with the semester winding down, I'm really just making sure that all my grades are good, academics are good. Now next semester, that's when stuff gets rolling in the spring. So got stuff for New Year's, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Earth Day. So that's something I got for me because I have a lot of stuff planned, especially when it comes down to Black history, Black love, you know, what it means to represent your HBCU. So that's a little snippets I have on Mr. Junior. But don't worry, you'll see it on the
All
Instagram.
right. Great. Um, Again, for the audience, my question to them was really, what are some things that you as an individual or your organization, whether you're in Royal Court or the founder of something, what do y'all have planned for, you know, the upcoming uh, season, like the holiday season. What do y'all have got going on going into next semester as well? I'll answer that as a member of BGS, and then also an associate, an affiliate to SGA. I'm not in SGA, but I'm like this with them, right? So there's a lot of things that are being built and done behind the scenes. So I'm not gonna spill the beans when it comes to BGS because we got some good things planned. But we're gonna continue to hit hard with spreading positivity and words of encouragement and affirmation. Um, Again, I'm not gonna say too much, but just make sure you follow that Instagram page, and you'll see once we post. Tonight, the school's hosting a Rattler roast. So although it's love, but them rattlers get a little they get a little slick. They get a little slick, and they start to come out that little snake den they have. But tonight we're going to show them that they could beat us in football. They won't never beat us in no basketball. But let me tell you what they won't also do. They won't ever be a founded institution. Now clock that. But some things that we also have moving into next semester. Like Isaiah said, we have Valentine's coming up and all kinds of things, and we have some things planned. The sophomore class is doing its big one. The freshman class is really chewing up. The SGA, if you're listening to this, y'all need to get in the field. I love my institution down, but the freshman class, who is being, presidentially ran by Jonathan Stiles, is really doing their big one. Um, Not better than 27. I got to shout out my own class, but they're doing really good. They've had several events. So there's a lot going on. Too much going on. BCU doing this big one under the direction and the presidency of our great acting president Melvin Perry. Right. Um, BCU is doing this big one. So that is really it. We didn't get much engagement from the 1,000 people that joined. I was hoping that they were going to ask a question, but hey, we had this little spiel at the end. That's okay. Um, if there's anything that y'all would like to say before we end, I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds to say. We got about like 6 minutes left, I'd say, but we're gonna cut that in half, so three. Um, so
I want to say something.
go ahead, go ahead.
First off, I want to give shout out to the woman of my life for watching this live the whole time, and that woman is my mom.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to mom. We love our moms. We do. They are resilient in leadership and very innovative. They make things shake, and you don't even know what's shaking. You don't even know how. Um, if y'all would like to say something, uh, Arlandrix or Isaiah, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Just thank you for inviting me on this platform. You have done an amazing job curating this. I'm looking forward to seeing more in the future. I watched the last one and seeing the leaders that you pulled together from all over the country. It's very inspiring and continue to inspire the rest of the students all over the country, especially HBCUs, and just continue to do your big one.
Thank you.
Uh, for me, I would say same thing, bro. Hey, shout out to you. You're doing your big one, doing all these Let's Tell Leadership episodes. I saw your last one. You had a good turnout, so I thought, why not, to throw my hat in the ring and just see. And I would like to be part of another episode because this some of these topics are really important to discuss, and I feel like you're doing a great job. So just keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
I'll
I'm gonna make sure that some of my Royal Court mates be on this and more on these future episodes.
absolutely yes. Invite some student leaders that you have. Tell them to DM me or message me. And I would love to have them. I do have one more spot for next week. If y'all know anyone, the discussion will actually be. I'll give y'all a sneak peek um, of what it's going to be about. Give me 1 second. It is going to be. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me find it. It is going to be. What did I do? Hold on, y'all. Let me find
Take
it.
your
Let me
time.
find it. Oh, okay. So it is going to be about navigating community power and the impact of public participation. So we just had the election, and part of that is us going in and voting. But what do you do after? You know, a lot of us were upset the morning after we, found out what the news was. But what can we do as individuals who were constitutionally given the right to, um, petition, assemble, protest? What can we do post election? What can we do post voting? How can we continue to have some type of momentum in politics and within our community after, good news or bad news? It doesn't even have to be about elections. It could be simply community engagement. How can we get the community more involved with HBCUs? How can we get them more involved in cleanups and, all kinds of things like that? So that's going to be next Wednesday. I'm not going to spill all the beans. Tune in, most likely 6 p.m. next week. We're going to have some really great speakers. Someone who's even been to the White House is going to be speaking. So we will have some great speakers next week. So yes, tune in. Before I close out, I would like to say thank you all who did join. I would like to shout out our fantastic speakers for joining. We've had some from BCU, Hell Wildcats. We had some from the University of District of Columbia. We've had some from Savannah State join us. So, give them a round of applause for joining. And that will be it. That is going to conclude episode 2 of Let's Talk Leadership. So I truly appreciate you all for joining. And I don't know what y'all say, but over here at Wildcat Nation, Wildcat Country, we say hell Wildcats when we finish things. So
What's the
we're gonna.
word? Firebird.
You say what?
What's the word? Firebird.
Oh, okay. Isaiah, what y'all say over there?
We say go big blue. Hey hey.
Oh, okay. Rex, let's show them a little. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hell
Hell
Wildcats.
Wildcats. Yes. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us, and I can't wait to see y'all at the next. All right.
Of course.